Okay, come on now. Module 10B, dimensional analysis, units, and context, okay? So here's where we're going today. We're going to look at problem number 1. D equals V times T. Distance equals velocity times time. That's what that really means, okay? So if the units for velocity are centimeters per second, and the units for time are seconds, what is the units for distance? Well, let's kind of, would you like to try this out before I do it, or what you want to do? Huh? You want a 30 second? No, you got 30 seconds. Go. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let me make this go there. All right, so first things first. D equals V over T, right? Yes?
No, D equals V times T.
Oh, my bejeebies. Sorry. I can't. It's right there, number 1, right? And I know it's small, so if you got, kind of look through this, and before you leave today, we'll make sure that everybody's on the same page as far as what things are, right? In case anything. Okay, so velocity is in centimeters per what? Second. That's velocity, right? Time is in what? Seconds. That's all equal to who? Distance, right? And I better put this right here. There you go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, what happens to units that are diagonally, one on top, one on the bottom? They do what? So what would the units for distance be? Now, do you see how I did that? It's magic. So how does this tie in for what we've been doing for the past couple of days? Setting it up on the type of conversion. The daisy chains that I told you, lay it out, let the units drive. That's really what you're doing. Okay? Now I'm going to show you some other techniques that are going to make life a little bit easier for you. Okay. Any questions? Anybody? Y'all good? You good? You good? All right. Here we go. Would you like to try this one? Let's see what you can do. Try it. Give you, I don't know, 30 seconds. And this one's a little trickery, but I'll show you the way around it. 20, 30 seconds. Go. My brain does not do well with this because it's a fraction. Period. It's a fraction. So here's how I handle fractions. Okay, so we got acceleration equals velocity over time, right? So what's the units for? Ooh, but bejeebies. What's the units for V? If the units of V are M over S, and the units for T are S, what are the units for A? Well, first off, you got to know all this stuff. Now, listen to what I'm about to do, because I'm about to go old school on it. Ready? Well, divided by S, right? What are the rules of division? Somebody help me. Keep, change, flip. See, that S is really S over what? 1, right? It's going from division to multiplication. Y'all remember, y'all done this, did you not? You sure did. So, watch this. This is, oh yeah, there's a whole lot of mathematical rules about that, about if it's a fraction on the bottom, it flips to the top. If it's on this way, it does this way. All that stuff. See, when I came through during that time, I snatched about a quarter of that, and it stuck. And this is the part that stuck. So I'll just go ahead and tell you. Some people could take this range and say, oh, that's meters per second squared. And I know that it ought to be meters per second squared because I know what acceleration is. Okay. It's the second derivative of velocity. Or is it first? It might be first, maybe second, I don't know. It's 1 to 2. So here. I don't do it this way. If your brain, it feels comfortable with doing it this way, knock yourself out. If you can go from the red to this red down here, knock yourself out. If you know all the rules that apply, mine does not. I just don't. My brain doesn't think like it. It's hard to train it to think the other way. So what I do is I write it out. M over S divided by who? S. And I represent S as S over what? Change what? See, I go to a solution, a strategy, that when I get done, I know that what I've done is right. And see, when you do that, you tend to build your confidence in your abilities. And that's what it's all about. Fair enough? So I've given you a workaround, right? It's a pretty effective workaround. I do this right here when you have fraction over a fraction within a fraction. That's what I'm doing, okay? So please, steal my strategy. Use it to your advantage. Fair enough? Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, dude, that's a unit. Meters over seconds what? Squared, right? How many of y'all remember physical science? Y'all had acceleration, did you not, Miss Johnson? Or Shoopska, right? Shoop, shoop. All right, yeah. Oh, yeah, keyword, right? Meters per second squared, right? Okay, good. All right, here we go. C equals KMT. C is for cow, units, M are for pounds, T are for minutes. What are the units for K? So, ladies and gentlemen, please take the opportunity to find what the units for K are. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, C equals KMT. So, C are for cows, and the units for that are M, right? The units of that are M. Well, let's do this. We need to solve for who first? Let's just do this. We're going to solve for who first? K, right? Who is tagged with K? M and what? So if I divide both sides by M and T, these cancel, leaves me with K equals C over MT, right? How do we do? See, if you have all things tied together by multiplication, you can take them with you and leave one. Or all of them. Doesn't really matter. Questions about that? That's a technique. That's an algebraic technique. What? Oh, yeah. We will. Oh, yeah. I just solved in terms of K because K is who we're trying to find, right? The units for? Yeah? So it's going to make it a little bit easier, right? So, and I'm going to also do this. Ready? I love it because this is a fraction within a fraction. Oh, no. Well, it's a fraction, right? Well, let's do this. C divided by M what? MT, right? So what's going to happen? That's going to be what? C times, that's C over 1, right? 1 over what? Would you do that, right? Is that correct? So let's go back and put our units now. What are our units? M for C, right? And isn't that right? Yeah. C or cow and units for ooh. Oh, sorry. The units for C are cow, right? So I got cow times, let's see, pounds times minute, right? Yes or no? Did you see I done that? That's really going to be like this, right? Yay or nay? Come on. Y'all looking at like this technique, right? All I done was rewrite it like this. Top divided by who? Bottom. Keep. Change what? Flip. And it's going to make life a little bit easier, right? Okay, so I've got this. I've got cows over 1 equals 1 over pounds times minute, right? So what would that be? What would the units for K really be? They would be, well, if I multiply the top, what do I get? Cows per what? Pounds times minute, right? There you go. How we doing? You could put these in parentheses if you'd like. I mean, it doesn't really matter, right? Any questions? Comments, concerns? What do you mean you don't get? Tell me what you don't get, girl. Come on. How about the manipulation of the original formula? Were you okay on that? So I took MT to the other side. You good with that? And I just put K equals C over MT. You good with that? Okay, so what I done was I said, okay, C divided by who? So I wrote C divided by MT. Are you good with that? Okay, now, so I used the principles of division, right? Keep, change, what? Flip, right? That's 5th grade, is it not? Is it 3rd grade? That's a 5th grade standard. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Miss Palmer taught 5th grade for a couple of years. Yeah, how many of y'all had Miss Palmer in 5th grade? Yeah, how many of y'all had her for 3rd grade? Oh, yeah. You're doubly blessed. Oh, she's the better one. I'm the worst one. So, sorry. All right, so C divided changed to a what? And then this has to do what? This is MT over 1, so it has to be the reciprocal, right? Are you good with that? Okay, so all I've done now is, what's the units for C? Calories. What's the units for M and T? Pounds and what? Minute. I wrote them out. Can I cancel anything? No, because I ain't got no units on the opposite side, or one up, one down, right? So I can't. So all I do is multiply at the top, and it gave me calories, right? Or cows. And I multiply the bottom, which was pounds times minute, right? Boom, done. Yes. Okay. If you're struggling on this, then what do you need to do? Pray. Pray. No, besides prayer, you need to sit and look at the problem. You need to rework it on yourself. You need to go back through the steps. You need to own it. The only way you can do this and get better is for you to have the thoughts. For you driving the bus. Right now, I'm driving the bus. And it's kind of like, okay, it's kind of like a herd of cats going down the road. And I'm just kind of tapping over here and tapping over there. And we're standing in between the ditches. But we're still moving forward. But who's driving? Why? Okay, so I'm putting thoughts in your head that are getting you from point A to point B. So stay with me. You need to go back and you need to make sure you have those thoughts. Right? And please don't talk while I'm talking. That's rude. Fair enough? Thank you. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the formula for density is M over V, where M is mass and V is volume. If mass is measured in kilograms and volume is measured in cubic meters, what is the unit rate for density? Go. Okay, guys, we got density equals M over V. So that's kilograms over cubic meters. Do I need to change anything? Yeah, why? Well, each one of these are a single unit. They're not a fraction within a unit, like Sutton. So I'm good. Once I put them there, I have created kilograms per cubic meter. That's this density, right? How we doing? Yeah, a little bit. Feeling a little bit more comfortable? Yeah? Could you walk your own path on that one? Go. Okay, so let's look at this. Make this thing go there. The tension caused by a wave moving along a string is found by the formula T equals mv squared over L. If M is the mass of the string in grams, L is the length in centimeters, and V is the velocity in centimeter per second, oh my, what is the unit of tension on the string? Anybody know? Anybody want to take a guess? Da, 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 da. Really? It's frozen. It's frozen. Okay. Okay. It's frozen. Now it's not. So which one is it? It's who? Okay, raise your hand for A. Okay, raise your hand for B. Raise your hand for C. Raise your hand for D. Raise your hand if you don't have a clue. Me neither. All right. Okay, so what's first thing first? What's the first? How do you start this? Because if you start it, you probably get the ball rolling and end up good, right? Well, yeah, let's do that. So T equals, so mass is what? Grams, right? What is velocity? Centimeters per, oh, wait, I can't, my letters of the alphabet are wrong. Centimeters per second, what? Squared. And then what is L? Centimeters. Yeah, it says V squared. That's right. That's V squared, is it not? Yeah or nay? Yeah? Okay, so let me, if that's centimeters per second squared, now let's go back to our properties of exponents. What happens when we have something on a power raised to another power? We call it the power to a power rule, right? So what does that 2 do to this centimeters in that second? It makes them both squared. Good job. Excellent job, my friend. So that is centimeters squared over seconds squared, all over who? Okay, now, what is my technique that I'm going to do now? Huh? You did what now? You did it wrong? How so? Are you good with the blue? Okay, so I just put grams per centimeter over second squared, right? Because it's m times v squared. Yeah, and I just plugged it in exactly the way it was, right? I just plugged the units in for the variables, right? So I'm going to take care of this first up here. I'm going to do a little bit. I want to do one thing here. How do you multiply fractions? Top to top. Okay, so let's I want to take G. That would be grams centimeters squared over who? Second squared divided by who? Are you good there? I consolidated my numerator here to just be grams centimeters squared over second squared, right? Are y'all okay with that? Nod for yes. This way for no. Okay, so what do you think my technique is from right here? What am I going to do? I'm going old school, right? Can you go old school at this point?
I don't know what old school is.
Write it out. Grams, centimeters squared over second squared divided by centimeters. Right? This one divided by that one. I just wrote it, right? Okay, now, how do you do division? What was it in 5th grade that you learned? Keep, change, what? Okay, so watch what I'm about to do. It's pretty cool. Grams centimeters squared over second squared times 1 over what? Now, what do you mean? Oh my bejeebies. It is up there, but when you do it, it's a reciprocal, right? Because this would be centimeters over what? Over 1, right? Keep, change, flip, right? Your reciprocal, right? Yeah, it's going to be 1 over centimeters over 1. Now, watch me, folks, because this is pretty cool. I'm about to blow your minds with this one. You ready? If I got 2 centimeters here and 1 centimeter there, I can cross out 1, right? Is that okay? Okay, now, so it should be grams centimeter over what? That's what? Look at that. Oh, she dabbed. That was cool. Yes. Bathroom? Have you been this week? Can't go. 1 time a week. You got to choose wisely. Sorry. Okay, guys, I'm just going to go and tell you. This is a meat and tater type. Okay? But did we do anything different than what we've done before? Not really. Did we utilize strategies that we have utilized in previous problems? The only really one thing we had to take care of was I had 2 centimeters up there and 1 down on the bottoms, so that I took one of them out. Does that make sense? Anybody confused about how I took that centimeter out of the bottom with 1 up top? And I marked that 2 to a 1, right? Yeah? Any questions? Y'all good with that? You sure? Oh, me. I got some saturated people. Y'all ready? All right, you do this one. Knock yourself out. Redeem yourself. Okay. If you're confused, let's talk about this. 60 miles per hour, right? And when we end up, we better be over here with feet per what? Feet per minute. Right? Feet per minute. So you cannot do these both at the same time. You have to pick one of these, miles or hours, to start converting first. Either the top one or the bottom. You choose. Whichever one you choose, you stick with it until you're done, right? Well, the easiest one ought to be miles, right? Because you ought to go, oh man, I got to go to feet. I know that thing's 5,280 feet per mile, right? Or you should convert your orange conversions, right? So if miles is up here, miles has to be in the what? If it's in the top, it needs to be in the what? Okay, so I'm going to put feet up here. So that's 1 mile, 5,280 what? Feet. Any questions about that? Anybody? Okay. So I'm going to mark out miles. I'm going to mark out that. Now I'm left with feet up top. Yay, yay. That's what I need, right? Okay, now I need to get it to be minutes, right? So if hours is down here, hours must be where? Up top. And we trying to get to minute. Is there a conversion between minute and hours? Okay, good. I know, we're having fun. Watch it. 1 hour, 60 what? Look at my hours do what? Look what I'm left with. What's 60? Oh. It's 5,280, right? Because what happens to the 60s? They do what? They really cast out. So that's what? 5,280 feet per what? All right. What do I need to finish tonight? I need to finish this sheet plus work on the homework sheet, the other one I gave you, right? That's a true test of where you're at. Do what you can. Do what you can. Do the odds on one. Finish to that sheet, but do the odds on the other one. Right? Okay.